Have you ever studied for hours, only to forget everything during the test? Or maybe you've watched productivity videos, bought highlighters, made beautiful notes, and still felt completely unprepared when exams arrived. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most students are not failing because they're lazy. They're failing because they're using study methods that feel productive but don't actually work. And the worst part? Some of the most popular study habits in the world are scientifically proven to be terrible for memory, focus, and long-term learning. In this video, we're breaking down the biggest study mistakes students make, from rereading notes and cramming to multitasking and passive learning, and more importantly, how to fix them using methods that actually work. If you're tired of studying harder instead of smarter, this video could completely change the way you learn. Let's get into it. One of the most common study mistakes is rereading notes repeatedly. You probably know this routine. You open your notebook, you read the chapter once, then again, then maybe highlight a few lines. And somehow, it feels like studying. The problem is that rereading creates something called the illusion of competence. Because the material looks familiar, your brain tricks you into thinking you understand it. But recognition is not the same as recall. Seeing information is easy, remembering it without help is hard. And tests measure recall, not recognition. This is why students often say, "I knew it when I was studying, but I forgot everything during the exam." No, you recognized it during studying. You never truly learned it. How to fix it? Instead of rereading, use active recall. Active recall means forcing your brain to retrieve information from memory without looking at the answer. For example, instead of reading a biology chapter 3 times, close the book and ask yourself, what are the 3 stages of cellular respiration? If you can't answer, that's good. That struggle is where learning happens. Here are some powerful active recall methods. Flashcards. Practice questions. Blurting method. Teaching someone else. Writing summaries from memory. Your brain strengthens memories when it struggles to retrieve information. Studying should feel slightly difficult. Another huge mistake is over-highlighting. Some students open a textbook with good intentions and end up turning every page into a yellow, fluorescent disaster. Highlighting itself is not evil. The problem is passive highlighting. If everything is important, nothing is important. Highlighting often becomes a substitute for thinking. Students feel productive because they're physically doing something, but mentally, they're barely processing the material. How to fix it? Use highlighting strategically. Before highlighting anything, ask, if I could only remember 3 ideas from this page, what would they be? Highlight sparingly. Even better, combine highlighting with active learning. Highlight one key idea. Write a question in the margin. Summarize the paragraph in your own words. This forces your brain to process meaning instead of just decorating pages. A good rule: read first, think second, highlight last, not the other way around. At the end of the day, most students are not struggling because they're incapable. They're struggling because nobody taught them how to study effectively. They were told to read more, work harder, spend more hours studying. But effort without strategy leads to frustration.